Hello guys, so this week's video is going to be a little bit different. It is going to be a video for my first convention. Now I'm filming this in advance. It is currently the 26th of August. My convention is on the 14th of September and it is at Worcester, so my old university stomping grounds. I've done so much work to prepare for this convention and I started preparing back in 2018. I actually found out about Worcester on the day that it was ending. So I was really sad that I had to wait such a long period of time to actually see Worcester for itself. And how I found out about it was I was watching Jelly Bee's live stream and it said that she was live from the University of Worcester arena. I was like, wait, I used to go there. So it was the perfect storm of things to happen. So first things first, how I got into Worcester and how I actually decided to go with that one as my first convention. Not just because it was at my university stomping ground, but I had said on Twitter that I was really sad that I'd missed it and I would really consider convention tabling there. Then Hetty's Arts replied to me on Twitter saying that she would like to con-table with me if I wanted to in the future, which was awesome because I need all the help I can get since I've never tabled at a convention before. So I was nervous. So along the way, we picked up another tabling partner. That was Black Summer Colouring, or Claire. If you hear me say Heather or Claire, Hetty's Arts is Heather and Claire is Black Summer Colouring. So since we only knew each other online, we actually decided to meet up with each other. Now this was just scary on its own, okay? I was actually about 5 stone heavier when I met them, so God knows what they're gonna think when I rock up on convention day and I'm like 5 stone lighter. Yeah, I lost a lot of weight in the last year and you can probably tell, especially if you watch some of my old videos. Heather and Claire both gave me some really great advice, like where to get stuff printed. I already had an idea of where to get stuff printed, like in a certain sense, because one of my classes in university was about being professional and getting merchandise printed. While I was at uni, I learned about Awesome Merch and a few other different companies as well. One of them being Mix'em. Now with Mix'em, I actually heard about it from Sophia Lou because in the past she's got some of her art challenges put into books using Mix'em because of their cheap prices. So I decided to look on Mix'em. I put together a Inktober 2018 book. For the most part in 2018, the preparation that I did was very minimal, but in the last 2 weeks alone, I've done more for the convention than I've done in the last year, and it's a lot. But something you must know when doing your first convention is that with your first convention, there are extra costs involved that you don't think about. So you have to have a cash box, you have to have a way to have contactless payments. Now you can actually buy a card machine, but since I was tabling with Heather and Claire, Heather already had a card machine, so we'll just take notes of the card payments and then that's fine. She'll send me the money back afterwards. There's a lot of other little expenses that you just don't expect to crop up. Like I needed a new paper trimmer. The last time I bought a paper trimmer, I was at the end of my first year of uni. So it's been a few years. Now one expense that I did not expect was business cards. Now I thought my old business cards from my university final show would be fine. For one thing, they were postcard size, which is not really suitable for putting in a purse or something, where usual business cards are supposed to be held. And 2, the design did not age well. It was disgusting. It shows a good piece of artwork on there, but why couldn't it be the main focus of the card? I don't know why. Now before I show you my new business card, I'll just show you the old one. This was from my pin board and this is what it looks like. It's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it could be better. The camera is making it look so much better than it looks in real life. And I'm not even kidding with that. I had a lot left over from the final show last year as well. So that was an extra expense that I was not expecting to pay. But I am so happy with how these turned out. I got them from Mix'em. Now, the reason why I decided to go with Mix'em instead of Vistaprint is because for the same price that you would get about 250 off Vistaprint, you could get 500 from Mix'em. So of course I wanted to get more for my money. Do I need 500 business cards? No. But does that mean I have enough to stick one business card in each of the sticker packs being sold? Yes. The artwork on this was actually done in 2017, so of course I wanted something that was updated and also that was more tiny and more cute and just, I love it so much. Just a disclaimer, my clothes are probably going to be changing throughout this video as I make it. This is also going to have clips of me making sticker packs and doing convention setup, as well as hopefully clips from the convention. I don't know yet because I'm not there yet. So I really hope you guys will enjoy this video and enjoy my very first convention experience, beginning to end. So this is what my bed currently looks like. It is the 27th of August, so it's the next day. I've actually received my order of books. It's over there. It's very, very exciting. I've just got all of my convention stuff out. I also received my free prints order. That means I have all of my mini prints now, so that's really exciting too. And I also have dug out these. So this is a comic that I made specifically for my final show. It was one of my university projects and I decided to actually print it out and sell it at the final show last year. Now I still have 6 of these left, so I'm just gonna put them with all of the stuff, even though the artwork is not like the best anymore. But it's still pretty decent and I spent quite a lot of time making these, so I thought why not just sell them. So on my bed I also have my cash box, so I had to buy this. I also have the scrawler box as well because that came alongside the free prints order. Even though they're not part of the same company, they were just tied together with an elastic band because the postman obviously found that more helpful. This folder literally is just a display folder of some of my prints that I'm wanting to be selling. I still need to print off the 3rd print for my A4 prints examples, and I also need to print out the examples of the A6 ones, maybe. I don't know. I'm still deciding on whether to do that. And then in the back I have parts for my sticker sets ready to go. So there's the Kingdom Keys set in that one, and then in this one is the Acryl Mermaids. Even though there is more Acryl Mermaid designs, I actually decided just to go with 8 of them since I was only going with 8 of the Kingdom Keys, or the Kingdom Emblems. This folder has all of my mini prints in it. I think I'm selling 9 designs of mini prints and 3 designs of A4 prints, sorry. Now over here we have some of the display units. I've actually just been keeping them up and out of the way currently, so that's why that is. And then these are the books. I've shown them on my Instagram. But this is what they look like. They look really, really great. They printed so much better than I thought they would. So there's that. And there's the rest of those comics. So that one on my bed was actually a display book. And the reason why I've called it the display book is because I want to keep it as a memento from my university final show. Since I still have quite a lot of these, the final show cards actually ended up in the mystery bags as well. It's a little piece of history, and also because it's MCon Worcester, I thought that it would just be a really, really fitting thing just to have them in the mystery bags. I'm also doing some single sticker designs. There's this one, which is called Jelina's Bottle. For those wondering, Jelina is actually Jalal's gender bend. So this is actually a makeup drawer insert, I think, from IKEA. And I brought it because I was like, oh, that could be really, really cool. Not as a convention piece, but just in general. And I just ended up not using it. So I actually found a use for it in the convention. I cut out these little pieces of foam board to give myself more compartments for each of the sides, and that's what it looks like when the compartments are in there. So this display unit is something I brought last year on the recommendation of Heather, and Heather actually linked me to it, and it was a really, really nice display unit, especially for A5 prints, or like the books. In this case, I don't have anything A5 except for the books, so that's what it's going to hold. But funnily enough, this container was actually inside my mum's cupboards. I don't know what's going to be in there yet. I'm thinking a mixture of mystery bags and sticker packs. Hopefully it should fill the container up. I'm not entirely sure if it will. This is actually a can organizer for the cupboard downstairs. I took one of them because my mum actually has two of these. I'm currently in the process of trying to work out a table layout. So yeah, this is where it begins. I still don't have my A4 prints yet because they will come by the end of the week, but I at least want an idea of how it will look without the A4 prints, because there's only 3 of them and surely that shouldn't make too much of a difference. Now excuse me, I am going to be turning back on my fan because it is really, really hot right now. So this is the experimental layout of my convention table. I have to bear in mind that I'm going to have 2 tabling partners because I'm in the middle of them. So I have to bear in mind the spacing, but this is kind of like a rough idea of what I want to go with. So I actually decided to pull out this. Now this is just the top of a box that I've decided just to make into a little sticker tray for the single stickers. This is what all the mini prints look like. We have Crystal Caverns. We have the picture of Eloin. This originally was going to be an A4 print, but I needed a second horizontal A6 print, so I decided this one would do the job. This is from Inktober 2017. My nan really, really likes this design, and she actually recommended I use that one for the convention, so that's what I did. A lot of my stock, so a lot of the 6 prints at the back came from like years ago, and it's what I had, so I'm just gonna try and save money. So I'm saving money by not really spending too much on new stuff. Obviously I spent money on the Inktober books, as well as the money on this particular print as well as to stock up on the ones that were running low. I also spent some money on some sticker paper just to print out some stickers. They're really, really cute. I really like the size. And with the Kingdom Keys one I brought, obviously there was the sticker paper, but I've mainly been using my own printer. These are completely handmade. They're not professionally made. Let's just say I am incredibly frugal. This next clip is going to be a sped up portion of one of my live streams. After I'd finished the art in that particular live stream, I actually decided to do some sticker sets on stream. I think I made 1 or 2 on stream just to show how I would make them. At the moment, you can see me cutting the stickers. This particular set is actually the Acryl Mermaids set. In total, I made 12 of each sticker set. Now the sticker sets were obviously the Acryl Mermaids, as I explained, and the Kingdom Keys, or the Kingdom Emblems, but I just called them the Kingdom Keys because it was a better name. In hindsight, in terms of all of my stock, I kind of wish I would have gone with more fan art, because fan art is what sells, I've got to be honest. And this particular convention allowed fan art sales, so that's fine. However, I'm not really gonna lie here, I'm actually glad I started with original art because it kind of sets the ball rolling just to continue with original artwork. The day of the convention. My day started off at 6 AM, I got up and got ready to go to Worcester, and me, my mum and my aunt all drove down to Worcester at 7 AM. I arrived in Worcester for about 8 AM and actually straight away met Claire trying to get one of our tables so she could actually start getting her setup ready. There was a little bit of a mix-up, but they fixed it pretty much instantaneously, which was amazing.
I can't use that at all.
Oh no, that's okay.
The lids don't want to stay on.
Yeah. So yeah, I just cut straight to footage of me behind my convention table. And I did this because I was really nervous. Like, there was some parts where I was actually trying to film, but I just couldn't. It just felt too awkward, or I was too nervous. Just, there was so many emotions and everything going on. So because it was my first convention, I had no idea what to expect. Whether it would be really light traffic or whether it would be super heavy traffic in terms of like the amount of people coming to the tables. And for the most part, it was kind of like a mixed bag. There was 1 or 2 high points and then there was like a lot of just waiting around. That's why in these clips you can see me painting. I just sat down and painted. We only had 1 chair between the 3 of us. I felt kind of guilty just taking it up. That being said though, I did actually stand for about 3 hours straight, which is a lot for me considering this time last year I wouldn't even stand 10 minutes. Fun fact, the chair was actually used as storage for the first part of the morning, just to hold 2 boxes of donuts. So there's that. As I said earlier on, my mum and my aunt actually came with me. So they actually got in at 10 AM, which was early bird opening time. And I gathered very quickly that I don't think my auntie has ever been to one of these conventions before, because she went absolutely mad in terms of spending money. Just the amount of money that she spent, it's gotta be in the hundreds. She spent at least £40 on my table alone, which was crazy. But then again, she was also buying stuff for my nan at the same time who couldn't come. At about 1 o'clock, my stepmom and my dad showed up. So unlike me, my family were not obligated to stay inside of Worcester Arena. They could actually walk around, walk by the river, just basically explore Worcester throughout the day, which that's fine. And I did actually do a walk around of the entire convention at about 3 o'clock. I did so with my mom because my mom had lost my aunt in a sea of people. So at about 20 past 4, that is when me, Heather and Claire just started to slowly pack away everything, because 5 o'clock was pretty much ending time, but a lot of people had already left by about 4:30. We knew we weren't going to get that many more people in, so we just started packing down all of the stuff. I was the last one to leave, and my family did actually help with the packing down process. We went for a meal afterwards at the Harvester. I think the main thing that I was really happy I did was I actually packed some food for throughout the day, and that is definitely something I would recommend to people doing their first time convention. Pack something to eat. Just do it, because the food and drink prices at conventions are extortionate. Now, during this meal afterwards, I came to the conclusion I know why a lot of people catch con flu, or like, I don't know, the con cold or whatever, because it takes so much energy out of you, especially if you're a trader. Because by the time I'd sat down for dinner at the Harvester, I wanted to go to bed. I was so exhausted, and the day after, I just felt like I couldn't move out of bed. Bearing in mind that this was only a 1-day convention, God knows what I would have been like with 2 days. Next year's MCon Worcester is apparently 2 days. Now, will I be doing MCon Worcester next year? If I can find a table partner to share the cost of the table with over the 2 days. Also, I can actually stay in Worcester for those 2 days. Heather actually did throw me the suggestion of tabling with Jenna at MCon Worcester. However though, Jenna is from the London-based area, so it's a bit of a jaunt to get up here to the Midlands, so that might not happen. Personally, I think if we were going to table together, it would be better for the both of us probably to do a bigger convention, say like MCM Birmingham, which isn't as big as MCM London, but it's still big. So I'm going to end off this video with saying thank you guys so much for watching. This isn't really a tips video, and I do not class it as such. It's literally just me telling and showing you guys my experiences with my first ever convention, the overall joy and stress of the entire experience. But I think the main thing I took away from it is a huge learning experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can click like and subscribe if you haven't already, with those post notifications on for notifications for every time I upload a video or live stream when YouTube wants to work. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!